I was checking out your drink section. Can't really tell the best in the hood, but I figured if they cold ones.
Amen, brother.
Not bad.
Hey, Chronic, look, if you're looking to apologize.
What you talking about? I ain't saying sorry. I said what I said.
Oh, okay.
But nah, I hear you, man. We called ourselves derelictionaries. Derelictionists. Based on dereliction of derelicts. The concept of derelict. The purpose was an experimental behavioral practice.
Like a temporary ideology.
It is temporary in case of questionable trust concerns, but more of a personality of self-reflection, identifying what lies within through self-imposed exile. Thus, once new fellas came on board, it was no longer about what lied within. But by that time, me and Russell discovered the balance of the atmosphere both inside and outside the two of us.
Russell is the arms dealer.
Him and I found this concept. With the people we have now, the plan is to not take new people in. Working with the people we have. We turned ourselves into a unit, not based solely on guerrilla stuff, but like a component, a part into among each other. How we all found each other was through the aspect entity of war, in the many shapes that war comes in. But when we kept the war to ourselves, the more we kept it in was when we discovered we may be the only ones to fight it and possibly destroy it. However, the militaristic concepts may have misdirected our entire mission, because we felt it was the only way we could fight it externally. However, the tools corrupted the directions we were probably never headed. So we concluded that no one should be included in this war. Casualties? That's how the vow became under attack. Fighting so many wars, we don't even know which war we fight most times. So many missions. We realize they're all the same.
Like the wars, maybe?
The war interpreted the simple version of easy. So we took the easy and decided to fight for those who can't fight. Fight for those who would dream and wish they had the skills me and my unit have. We even fight defying authority. Fight defying authority of the punishable lesson from the authoritarians and the elders. At least try to, especially while hoping we could still encourage the youth to obey the guidelines of both parents and guardians. We know they'll be safe that way, despite the dangers of our example we set.
Well, if that's the case, then you and your friends are in a lot more than in trouble.
Huh?
Yep. Because I don't know how you all made it this far then.
I guess it was luck.
Yeah, but how long until that luck runs out?
I wonder. That's why I became a mercenary. Not for profit. Not the reminder of servitude. Not even for vengeance. But to become stronger. Stronger to face an immense doom which will bring a great battle. I may be the only human strong enough to fight and survive. A war I have nightmares about. I see during the day. So I feel. The war makes me stronger. The rage makes me stronger.
I believe you about this war you're right about. But just because you think you know what lies ahead doesn't mean it's going to make it any easier when it's time to do it. But the war you're fighting is not going to make you stronger. In fact, it's giving you power to believe in, to where by the time you are called upon to face that great battle, you'll be too less within enough to fight it. Because war will take that power away from you and leave you to be destroyed. Because that power was war's deception. That strength was an illusion. That strength was war's illusion. When the only thing bigger was and still is you. You are all you need.
Miracles, huh? You sure you don't need an army?
I had an army once.
What happened to it?
It fell.
The regime.
No. Each other. The Novatos joined the insurrection. The insurrection was not a war. The rising theocratic party declared after they felt disobedience reached insurrectional proportions. War. And marketed a banner you hear to this very day as the Insurrection War. After the war, the Novatos fled here to help the people of Latania. Years later, we couldn't agree on anything. The only thing was, we took each other's disagreements personally, leading to division and civil war self-destruction. The Novatos destroyed each other to extinction. And the regime supplied it, leaving me with my late wife,
Cease's mother.
One night, with a certain amount of comrades, we camped out here in the Sarugan jungle. I went to go get food. My wife with Quest were the oldest. Absent and Nupoi were students. Along with Cease, all of them watched the camp while I was retrieving food in the middle of the night. Fruits, vegetables, all sorts. Military forces found and raided the camp. I am 1.5 miles away. I see smoke in the night sky. I know these jungles blindfolded. I go back. Half the camp is dead. Along with my wife hiding our daughter so they don't see her. A raid led by Sorrow. That's why Cease is fixated on him. By the time I arrived, I was too late. But I almost died fighting Sorrow. But something gave him orders to retreat. I took most of his men out. But those kills didn't repair me. Because it couldn't repair all I lost. Sorrow took her mother from her. He took her mother from me. And Cease blames me for it. She blames me for it ever since. And she should.
Niente, man, I didn't know.
Why would you? How? The whole world doesn't even know what's going on. The war that's going on here in Latania. Forget the cosmos trying to figure it out. Jungles, deserts, skies, space, all nature. But genocide, exile, slavery, all three of those, just to put boxes in the middle of a land, build bricks of blocks in the middle of a desert, just to make big giant squares in the middle of concrete, to make a little play kingdom they call cities. Sometimes they call them concrete jungles. And I guess the cranes and the birds are the construction cranes and the helicopters. They didn't need exile just to build blocks. Blocks of squares. They didn't need genocide to build stacks of boxes. They didn't need slavery just to build cities you really can't see once you're miles away into the sky in the mist. Once you're miles away into the sky in the mist is all you're going to see. Eventually. We people were the only ones who took care of these cities and lands better than the powers that be could. Better than they even selfishly wanted to.
If you need anything,
Well, know this. That myth, that battle, the battle between God versus devil, is actually love versus war. Love, truth, shows compassion, imperfect, hard work, negatives, ups, downs, honesty, make, create, spread, love, but war, easy kill, death, destruction, hopelessness, isolation, pain, hate, violence, fear. The enemy isn't reality. The enemy isn't even death, because there is no enemy. If there is, then the enemy is war. The enemy is war. The battle between love versus war are fighting each other to obtain one victory, one goal, one championship, one title, known as peace. One's honest definition of reality on all sides of the spectrum versus the other one's own version of it.
what must I do?
Give better a chance, and have the courage to give yourself a chance to believe in better.